For all your action figure needs, check out Big Bad Toy Store for action figures ranging from wrestling to movies to video games to superheroes and much more. Link is in the description below. Hey guys, welcome to Figure Friday. Today I'm going to be reviewing the DC Direct Batman Arkham City Series 4 Deadshot figure. I believe that this is one of the last sets from the series for the video game, so it's pretty cool that they actually made Deadshot. He didn't have much of a role in the game, so I was kind of surprised they made him over someone like Two-Face, but it's still really awesome. He looks really nice and I can't wait to show him to you. So first, let's look at the packaging. As you can see, it has the Batman shaped bubble, which is really cool packaging, where it has the ears of his mask along with where his face would be, obviously. At the bottom, it has the Batman logo along with Arkham City. It says Deadshot Series 4 Collector Action Figure. So that's pretty cool. He has a little twist tie to hold him into the packaging for display, so he's not rumbling all over the place and falling out of his bubble. So it's pretty cool that, and nice of them that they did that. So let's take a look at the back. Looking at the back of the package, you can see it shows Deadshot, Talia al Ghul, the extra articulated Batman figure, and Nightwing, along with the Batman Arkham City logo, a story about Arkham City, who it was developed by, the DC Comics logo, the barcode, and so on. So it's pretty cool. They had a nice little city backdrop behind them as usual on the other packages, so everything's consistent if you've been collecting the series. Now let's take a look at Deadshot out of the package. Alright guys, here is Deadshot out of the package. Overall, I'd say it's a really cool figure. The detail is really nice, as usual on the DC Direct Batman figures. He definitely is pretty cool, so let's take a look up close. First off, looking at his head, he has a pretty detailed mask, along with his eyepiece, which is pretty cool. It even kind of reflects, as you can kind of see a glimmer in the light there. So they did a really nice job with that, making it look like the red eyepiece that he normally wears in the comics and stuff, and in the game. But overall, it's really cool. It even has a detail on like the buckle of the strap, like going over his mask, that does go all the way around to the back of his head and connects. So they did a really nice job on this figure. He's really cool. Just the detail in his beard, everything like that, so pretty neat. Going down to his torso now, he has ball jointed shoulders, as you can see. Both arms, they're a little stiff, so be careful if trying to force him. I noticed when I was trying to pose him that this piece here going down popped out, so luckily it didn't break, it just popped right back in. So be very careful with that. Before we look at his arms more, the chest, it has Arkham written on the front. So that's pretty cool, with the little buckles holding his shirt together along with his holsters going down the sides. It all looks very nice, so that's pretty cool. Also his belt is very detailed with more straps for holsters and so on, so that's really cool that they did that. Looking at his back torso, you can see the rest of the straps all connecting to one another, and like other Batman Arkham City figures, they are all engraved, so it feels legit like he's wearing this rather than it just being painted on. He also has the hood to his shirt that he is wearing, so that's pretty cool. Going back to his arms now, you can see the yellow and grayish look it has to it, which is cool, along with this brown piece. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it has a joint here. Be careful, as you can see mine's already splitting. That's a piece that popped out, but that's a swivel joint for his arm. So you could pose him like that. Mine's a little loose because it popped out, so be careful. He also has the elbow joint, so you can bend his arm nicely like that, swivel it however you need to pose his gun. He doesn't have a wrist joint, as you can just see. He has a swivel joint here where his shirt meets his arm, so you could twist it with his gun on top. His gun is pretty detailed, so that's pretty cool how it sits on his wrist like that. However, I'm pretty sure that piece is glued on, so you can't remove it. And I wouldn't recommend trying to, as you'll probably end up breaking it. But he even has a little strap there around his wrist, holding that in, so it's really cool if they did that. So that's that arm. Looking at his left arm, it's basically the same. My gun's a little bent there, so it's kind of annoying. But other than that, he has the swivel joint here for his wrist, same strap on his wrist there. He also has the elbow joint and the arm swivel joint, so his arms are the same on both sides. They both have the cool ripped sleeve detail as well. So there's a lot of nice little touches on this figure for sure. It's very nice looking, so I'm pretty pleased with it so far. Other than the fact that little piece popped out, so just be careful. Going down to his torso now, you can see the holsters that he has, what I'd imagine would be for other guns or whatnot. I'm not sure, as I don't remember exactly what he did in the game, but I remember you had to fight him briefly. So he has his holsters going around his legs, as you can see here. He has swivel joints on both parts of his legs, right where these buckles meet his thighs, so it's pretty cool. He also has a typical up and down leg movement, so you could sit him down if you needed to. So he has that leg movement, then going down to his knees and lower, he has knee movements. Not a ton of knee movement, but enough, I guess, for posing purposes. So the detail on his legs is pretty cool. As you can see, it's all engraved, like stitching and stuff, so it's really neat. Going to his feet, he also has swivel joints where his boots meet his pants, which is nice. So he doesn't have ankle joints like the others don't either, as far as I know. So other than that, he has a lot of hidden articulation is the best way to describe it, but he looks very cool all around. Overall, I would say he's a really neat figure from the series. I'm excited to have him in my collection. So let's put him back here. And that's the Arkham City Series 4 Deadshot figure. I highly recommend it. As I said before, it's really cool. Just be careful of this arm as it popped out for me. Other than that, he's awesome. Great villain piece to put in your collection. If you're a fan of the game like I am, definitely check it out and get it. Even if you haven't played the game, I highly recommend it. It's a great story and great gameplay, so check that out for sure. Look for a new review next week. Don't forget to like the page on Facebook to make your suggestions on what you want to see reviewed next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.